10:43 here at WILK, the Pittston Area St. Patrick's Day Parade today. A lot of people celebrating that. Of course, next weekend, Wilkes-Barre and Scranton. So we'll get to that. But we're talking Pittston Area boys basketball this morning. And, of course, there's more basketball. The state playoffs underway yesterday and today. And proud to see what Pittston Area was able to do. Al Semenza with us in studio with a couple more players. And Coach Joe Cincetti, he is a senior. Let's talk about his role on the squad.
Well, John, here's a young guy that you just got to admire, and his grit, his determination. He suffered a severe knee injury 2 years ago. He's not able to participate in basketball. From what I understand, he shows up every day with his teammates for 2 years. He has an outstanding baseball season last year. The first time I see him on the basketball court, I say, wow, this kid had a knee injury. He can really move. He's athletic. Not easy to step away from high school basketball at the level that we're competing and to be able to come on the court as a senior and do what he's done. So he's done an outstanding job. We've used him off the bench to give Andrew a breather, to give Logan a breather, and he's come up big with us in big games. And again, last night he comes up with some big rebounds for us. So Joe has done an outstanding job. Again, another guy, I hate to keep saying it, the old cliche, knows his role, has done his role, and has helped us get us to where we're at.
I love to hear the role playing, and of course these guys are doing it. Joe Cincetti, welcome into the show today.
Thanks for having me, John.
Let's talk about that knee injury and trying to battle back and get back on the court for yourself.
Yeah, well, it was tough watching the last 2 years. I love playing with these guys. We're all competitors here, and I just worked hard my rehab every single day because I wanted this opportunity to compete on the big stage and at a high level.
Well, good thing you got out there. You were getting some rebounds last night. Let's talk about the other coaches on the squad, trying to bring out the best in you guys. Coach, we know Coach Semenza has a personality and what he does, but there's always other guys to fill in the role. So talk about your other coaches this year.
Well, you got Coach B, who's been here forever, finally getting the chance to win a state playoff game. We got it for him. We got Coach Benny, who's always working with us in the post, Coach Walsh. Every day they're all there, always trying to get the best out of us and putting in the work for us, watching film and everything.
As far as what do you like about this team? What do you think has given you that opportunity to win some of those district playoff grinds that you guys were able to do? You find yourself down, you fight back. You find yourself down in the state playoff, you fight back. What is it about this team?
We just have no quit. None of us have any quit. None of us are trying to lose and go down. We're giving everything we have every second of every game. Doesn't matter who's scoring or who's doing what. We all want the same goal of winning. Baseball
for you, pretty darn serious. Let's talk a little bit about your baseball career.
Last year was a big year for us. We won the district championship. You want to be playing in those big games, and we had a successful season. And I'm thankful enough to be playing in college at the next level at Thomas Jefferson.
I'm talking about the decision, what schools were in the mix and why you decided at Thomas Jefferson.
Well, it was a lot of D3s, a couple D2s, and it came down to Thomas Jefferson. It allowed me to play at Division II level and get a great education at the same time, which is tough to do at the Division II level.
And family, let's talk about that. Who's rooting you on and making sure you're doing all the right things?
My parents are there all the way, supporting me throughout my injury and everything. Can't thank them enough for helping me throughout the process, and brother and sister are always there. We're all, it's always competing around the house. That's all it is.
We know Coach Zaffy's probably listening. He wants to hear his name, so, say something good about Zaff.
Yeah, he's the best coach in the area, and without a doubt, couldn't be here without him. The way we do things up there, infield, hitting, everything. He's just a great coach. Couldn't ask to play for anybody else.
All right, Joe, we wish you the best and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so Joe Cincetti is headed to Thomas Jefferson, pretty darn good student-athlete, doing the job in the classroom and baseball. Let's get back over to Coach Semenza. Mike George is with us, Coach. Talk about the crafty Mike George.
Oh, here we go again, John. When things are going good and when teams win, it's a reflection of the role those guys are willing to play and their attitudes. Here's Mikey George, who we take off the court last night as a senior, and I'm sure he wants to be out there, but we sub for him, and he sits maybe a quarter or even longer. And come crunch time, we go back to him, and as soon as he gets back in the game, he catches a pass from Higgy or somebody, and he knocks down a big three. So kid who doesn't pout. When he comes off the floor, he's cheering his teammates on, and when he gets back on the floor, he's ready to deliver. And he's a guy who can really shoot it. You know, he gets time. He can really knock him down. We're going to need him come Tuesday night. I'm looking for big things out of him. So he's done a great job to this point, and pleasure to be around every day.
All right, let's welcome in Mike George now on the John Mendola Show. Mike, got to see you earlier this year in the game against Dallas. You hit some big shots. And, of course, last night you hit a big one. Let's talk a little bit about being able to hit that three when you need to.
Well, it's mostly my teammates just finding me on open shots, and then I just deliver.
Of course, you have some other shooters on this team. So talk about it seems like you got a little bit of backyard basketball to you. Do you go play at a park? Do you have a hoop in the backyard? What is it that you kind of seem like you have a little bit of that backyard play to you?
I mean, in the summer, we usually just go play at Avoca Park and just have fun.
Well, you're having a lot of fun, that's for sure, with this team. How about the senior season for you? All you do is play basketball. What do you want to do going forward at the next level? You want to head to college, military life, the workforce? What are you looking at?
I'm going to Johnson College for 2 years for electrical technology.
Well, awesome to hear. And, of course, having that skill set is pretty darn good. As far as Coach Semenza, talk a little bit about his style as a coach. A little bit different than some other coaches, but he gets great results, and he kind of puts everybody, hey, here's your role. Here's what I need you to do, just kind of like last night for you. What's it been like to play for him for a year?
He's always amped up and ready to go, and he gets us to win.
As far as family support for you, Mike, talk about who's rooting you on in the stands.
My family, of course, my sister and my aunt travels from Tunkhannock every night to come watch our games.
All right, and a big travel last night. Mike, congratulations on the win last night, and be ready for Tuesday. Coach has big plans for you, all right?
Yep.
All right, so the Pittston Area Patriots will be ready Tuesday night, second round, state playoffs. We still got a group of guys we're going to get to, including Higgins and Panksa and Walsh. They're still coming up here on the John Mendola Show. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Noreen Thomas. Like your good neighbor, Noreen Thomas and Clark Summit is there. We'll be back here in WIOK.